I've told you before, chums, how Meghan Markle hints at things and then very quickly, suddenly, you are going to be receiving them. You know the sort of thing I mean. If you remember when she sat down with those endless podcasters and entrepreneur interviews, she was telling you exactly where she was going to take her brand. Everything from what she wanted to pick for the tissue paper, the baskets, everything. She worried about every single facet. But apparently, according to a very well-placed source, Meghan Markle's been staring success and billions, literally, in the face every single morning. As ever, let me explain. Morning, nice to see you, chums. Thank you so much as ever for your time. Welcome one and all brand new subscribers. We'll have a nice wave. I hope you're all keeping well, whatever you're doing. It's a funny thing, isn't it? You know, we visited York here during the height of the summer with all the glorious weather and everything like that. You come back in the autumn and you just see it still looks wonderful. It's still splendid, but it's a totally different city, isn't it? Have you find that when you go somewhere and you think, yeah, you know, the memories were great because of course it was blistering hot sunshine, and suddenly you return back and you think, now they're going to be preparing, of course, for autumn. And a place like this is marvellous because medieval history, ghosts, ghouls, and all sorts of shenanigans have gone on in this wonderful North Yorkshire city. And did you know, in fact, that for a while, York railway station was the largest railway station in the world? They have a lot to be thankful for, haven't they? All that history. And let's not forget, of course, yes, Terry's Roundtree's chocolate. That's another favourite. We love those, don't we? That's the other thing. You didn't know they were from here, did you? You want one now, don't you? That's the thing. Now, back as ever to your royal story of the day. Take a look at this. Do you like this look? This was Meghan, of course, recently popping up at the Hollywood sort of charitable event alongside her husband and the Hollywood star Kevin Costner. And what was interesting about that is that Meghan decided, I think this particular dress, correct me if I'm wrong, chums, was around about £3,000. Quite expensive. It was the dress where she decided to wear all of her virtual Diana jewellery collection. One might say she was a little bit miffed at the fact that Catherine, the Princess of Wales, looked absolutely spectacular and stunning at that recent second official state visit to Windsor Castle by, of course, the President of the United States, President Trump. Catherine got a lot of plaudits for that particular look and became the #1 fashion feature on many digital and print magazines that week. That's how it works. But apparently, as the head of Netflix pointed out, Meghan Markle is a remarkable woman who could literally shift anything, and that includes fashion. Now remember, this story's been regurgitated before, because if you remember, it was the content creator that rang Meghan up and said, you know what, I think you're onto something by making jam. Yeah, and so a business was born, even though not necessarily a great business. According to a source, Meghan Markle said, and she mentioned this on a podcast, that fashion is where she feels people see her, and the fact that she creates so many fashionable looks and, of course, so many fashionable sort of moments. She agrees that this is an area that she really could excel in, and more importantly is now, behind the scenes, I can tell you, looking for certain collaborators. Now, as we know, Meghan herself has tried many different things, including to become a global ambassador for the international fashion chain Christian Dior. That didn't quite come off. She cast her eye over to Cartier, and that didn't come off either. But you see, her team, which is headed, of course, by William Morris Endeavour Agency, they believe that most of the traction that we all click onto, look at and comment upon are looks like this. For instance, this particular look that she wore earlier this year at the Time 100 chat. Remember that look? Unforgettable. Well, apparently, if Meghan was to put her mind to fashion, and more importantly, make it mainstream and available in a store that's mid-price range, well then apparently all of you girls, maybe some men too, might dash out and want to get that Meghan look. And that's what they're working on behind the scenes. So has she forlorn the pots of jam, the jars of honey, the crepes, and of course the wine? No, apparently she's building an empire, but she believes that fashion now could be the thing that will turn her into a billionairess. Now looking at these pictures, do you agree? Neil Sean in the very heart of York